Hi everyone. So this is a proposal for a service design related to my first contact practice. I'm introducing same day FCP appointment to acute MSK patients to reduce musculoskeletal related sickness absence. So this is my main aim to reduce the MS-related sickness absence. I have presented this into five stages, made it at a smart core. So specifically, I'm planning to dedicate two FCP slots for acute patients only, and it can be measured by checking the number of signals issued for the MSK problems, and this can be achieved by training the triage staff for booking the MSK patients, and this aligns with the NHS long-term goal, so it is relevant, and this is of course time bound. We'll check the functioning of the this particular plan for the next 6 months, and if we evaluate the sustainability, the utilization, number of patient sick notes and all. So that is I mean by a smart plan. So this is the brief background of my FCP performance in my current PCN. We have two FCPs there, and we serve almost 30,000 people in my area. So the thing is like most of the people seeing a FCP reported that mostly 90% of the people reported that they would have seen a GP if they don't get an FCP appointment. So it shows the satisfaction of the patients, satisfaction of the FCP service. So I just background like a current stage of the MSK sickness absence. On an average, 14.3 days of sickness absence has taken by each of the patient in Britain due to the MSK conditions. It is published by HSC in 2024, and BBC News published like the last year 2023-24. They spent almost to 5 million for the muscular sickness absence. It is way higher than the previous, which was 2.9 million. And this year it might be go to a double digit number. So this problem is rising. Even though FCP service was introduced in 2017, and it's still working well and good with the NHS organization, still the background says this is not perfect, this is not what we expected. So there is still a gap in the service, and this project is to fill that gap.
Now, identification of the problem. I have mentioned the problems which might have caused the high MSK-related sickness absence in the above side of the fishbone, and I have formulated the formal solutions for the problem as well. So the main problems would be like one thing is like a declining number of GPs and high patient demand, and the availability of GP and FCP is difficult. Even they have a waiting list of 1 to 2 weeks in my PCN. I'm not sure about the others. So the lack of availability, and because the MSK condition can be changed from acute to chronic, if they are not getting interventions in the acute stage, that's one of another reason. Lack of early intervention and rise of sickness absence and acute and chronic conditions, all of this together is making high MSK related sickness absence. And the best solution is to get an early intervention from an FCP.
Next, I have made a stakeholder analysis based on the who have got the more power, and who can impact this plan like that. The local population will be getting the best result from best benefit from this, but that doesn't has a direct power or direct impact on the plan. Also, the regulatory bodies doesn't have any impact on the plan. They have the power, but they are not having any impact. But the people who are providing the sickness pay, they have the power impact, and they have. But the NHS has the high power and the high impact on this plan, as they are the funding team actually. So then I straight come to the pest analysis, the political, economic, and social, and the technological factors which can be with needs with this change. So politically, it is like aligns with the NHS long-term plan. So that is a positive, but there is a potential challenge in the resource allocation within the PCN.
Then in case of economic, there is it can minimize the absence and improve the workforce. So it is a positive impact on the but still, the limited resources funding can result in delay in the implementation of these program, this plan. Then growing the recognition of the physiotherapists can attract a lot of patients, and they will use this service, but still the patients are a lot more, so there is basically possibility to outnumber the availability. And technologically it doesn't need any new technical, but taking a new adaptation will need a training of the new staff, the trial staff, and all that needs a little bit training. That's all.
Be a negative factor. Next one is like a PDSA. So I have mentioned like how this will work, how to implement this. So my plan is to implement a two same day appointment slot for the FCPs only for MSK acute cases. So how do this? I will do this is like check this for next 6 months and collect the data like utilization, outcome, and the number of appointments given, like sickness and absence given for the MSK patients. At the same time, train the trial staff to do this. And after 6 months, I will do the study, and then next one is to change or make different in the plan. So evaluation is of course a strong thing, a difficult task in this plan. We have to evaluate it more strictly. So I have already talked to the technical team how to find the number of sickness notes for the MSK. I know that is a big deal here, but they have a search strategy where they can find sickness note issued for the MSK condition, so like the last 3 months or 6 months like that. So then they can evaluate number of sickness notes for MSK and current baseline. So this is how we do, and also we'll see if there is any DNAs or any slot not booked, and of course feedback from patients and other colleagues like GP partners and all. All together we can evaluate the function of this new service. I have also made a SWOT analysis to find strengths, weakness, and opportunities and threats of this plan. So the main strength is that the population will be welcoming this. They are the main benefit. They will benefit from this. So it's a main strength of this plan. And the weakness is that there are limited available and limited number of slots available. So it is very possible to outgo the number of sick patients with acute conditions. Opportunities here arises like the PCN will be gaining more and more like appreciation for this plan, and there will be like a MSK sickness will be reduced, thereby like helping economically. The threats is that it needs some change, some training for the triage staff so that they can stick to this plan. Next is some recent studies. There is no exact research paper regarding the topic, but still this is critical analysis of Larson et al. 2020, which made the prevention of sickness absence through early detection. So this is a protocol for a randomized control trial using the Privasum model. But still it has some challenges like recruiting patients and generalizability because of the place is only based on one particular location. And this is another critical analysis of Rooms et al. 2022. It was based on the Rolls-Royce company about the sickness leaves based on MSK conditions. But this study actually supports the need of reducing MSK sickness absence. It is shown like more than £50 million I have spent for sickness absence only. So it is a huge money, and it was done on a couple of years back, and the current state would be higher. But this is only done on a single employer data, so it has a limitation of generalizability. The next paper is on stratified primary care adults. This is for using a START method MSK research for reducing sickness absence in NHS itself. So that is more relevant to my studies as well. But it has some limitations because it has not developed in depth of any particular kind of management for the MSK conditions. Now this is a reflection. When I made this plan, I was so curious how this will impact and how can this this work out. So this is just really mentioned. I'm not going in depth because it will cover more than 10 minutes. So these are the references. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thank you.